welcome to another Mobile World Congress video from Barcelona. Huawei invited me and gave me a full tour. I'll share their latest updates, so stay until the end. You're going to love it. This is the second video of the trip. I'll leave a card up top so you can check out the first one if you haven't seen it yet. Our day started by walking around the booth I showed you in the previous video. And then it was time to go to the Huawei and kit area where most of the innovation is. Stay until the end, you'll love it. Please like and goodbye. Hey friends, how are you? We're at Mobile World Congress in Barcelona. I'm going to show you everything Huawei is doing because they're doing a lot of things you probably didn't know about and they're pretty interesting. Welcome to Huawei and Kit. We're inside Barcelona, but I feel like I'm in a tech city. I'm showing you everything they've been teaching and explaining to us here in this exclusive area. You're going to see technology you wouldn't expect. I'm surprised myself. Look, over here we have hello. Different memory modules. This one's for the computer, here's an SSD and another memory module. Best of all, how often has this happened to you? Oh man, well, it's part of the experience because this is not only water resistant but also shock resistant, so that's pretty interesting. Not only that, with this kind of cards you use every day, thank you, you can get it wet and you can be sure that your data will be safe. Your information is completely safe, so there's nothing to worry about. We're just simulating being at home. Now we're in the tech area where you have your most valuable things, computers, where you have your devices. Here we have modems, and now we're going to move on to what is a simulation of a hotel. How do they manage to have high-speed internet in different hotels? And this is the area. I already feel like part of the Huawei team and could work here. Look over here. What we're doing is simulating an internet connection like in a hotel, or it could be a company. You need pretty powerful hardware, so here we have all the infrastructure, everything that's behind it. Everything you don't see that brings you internet is exactly this. Here we have the modems with Wi-Fi 6 connections, so they're gonna be pretty fast. They're made for industrial sites, hotels and companies, places where internet reliability is critical. They're water and dust resistant with IP67 certification, just like your phone. Can it get wet? Nothing will happen. You can literally have your modem anywhere, you can put it outside if you want, internet in your garden, wherever, and you'll have a connection. How about that? It's a simulation, but it's well done. Now let's move on to a more fun part. It's just to show how that impact test works, how it's pretty resistant. And here we can also see how they have more technologies. For example, this television which has a camera specifically for video conferences. They're showing you the television technology and what you can do with the internet. Honestly, I feel like I could work at Huawei. I already feel like part of the company. These are interesting technologies, like a touchscreen television that's useful for video calls. There I am. Now you can see me as I talk to you. And also the best part is that it's resistant, so it's pretty cool. A great work tool because having a touchscreen lets you interact with the television, which is really nice and it's resistant. And speaking of how you can interact with technology, and that's exactly what I want to show you, how you can do it in your daily life. Look, here we have a screen and you can write whatever you want. You can already do this on tablets and phones. But doing it on a screen that's 60 inches or even around 80 inches is pretty impressive. So here, literally, you can interact, you can change the color for interactive topics for business purposes like a presentation, numbers, you know, things like that. This is really good and I love that it's durable. Here we have the official one. How do you like this technology? They're explaining it to us for business meetings. Up to 6 people fit on the large screen. The camera is improved with AI features. The audio will detect you as if you had a microphone and block out external noise. That's what I'm saying. You'll find these innovations here, and once you use them daily, they're quite interesting. Also, the large size lets you watch your favorite content, like my videos, in 4K. Will it actually play them in 4K? What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments on Huawei's innovations and Mobile World Congress 2025. I'm honored to be here and hope you're enjoying it too. So much technology. I feel watched by many, but they're explaining things. The team is great. Everyone is really cool. What do you think? This modem, which is much more efficient, has a pretty wide range and it's also 6. Another interesting thing is that it's green. because it won't use energy. It practically doesn't use any energy, so it's much cheaper, it's green, and you'll cover everything. A much wider range than practically any current Wi-Fi. Now, another pretty cool thing is that it has up to 3000 Mbps, so don't worry about the speeds because this modem will give it to you. How do you like it? I'll read your comments. To stay fully informed, follow me on all my social media, like Instagram. If you're not following me, what are you waiting for? If you do, you know I posted there first. All this innovation, like this screen, which you can add or remove pieces from to make it much bigger. Plus, I showed you everything you saw in this video way before. So if you're not following me on all my short social media accounts yet, go follow me. I'm listed as Andres Neshudo and Andres Neshudo wherever you look. What did you think of this video about all the innovations from Huawei and Kit and all the innovations from Huawei? If I'm here, it's thanks to you. I hope you enjoyed this content about Mobile World Congress and Huawei's tour as much as I did. If you haven't subscribed, I invite you to do so and I'll read your comments. What was your favorite product? I'm Andres Neshudo. See you in my next video. Hugs to all. Goodbye.